It's the morning, on the morning of day 2 now, which it's 3:30 a.m. up again and all ready to leave by 4:45, I believe it is. Yes. So by 5 o'clock, I am pedaling. Now, day 2, tired legs, but I'm in good spirits because it's Icarcus, and in my mind, Icarcus is just Icarcus. I could probably relax. I don't think I have as much climbing as the day before. It's 1,500 meters of climbing today. Day 2, day 1 was over 2,500 meters of climbing. So I have a 1,000 meters less, which is pretty good, and hopefully I could recover today, have another enjoyable day. So, but the thing is, I made the Icarcus loop a bit difficult because from home I'm heading to Princestown first, then Labrie, then Point Fortin, Icarcus. Back from Icarcus, I'm going to stop in Erin and then take the SS Erin Road all the way back to Pinal, Clark Road, and back home. Now this ride is, I would call it rolling hills throughout, so that's where I would get 1,500 meters of elevation and 190 kilometers. Now last night, which was the night of day 1, it was the morning of day 1, Richard messaged me, Riyadh, I would like to join you for part. I would like to meet you at Otahiti. What time you average to reach Otahiti? I think I told him 6:30, and I left home. I was in Princestown in good spirit. Probably took me about in less than an hour I was in Princestown, and then I was leaving Princestown to San Fernando. Hi, morning. So we at it again in Princestown, heading to San Fernando and then Icarcus. I've had a nice night rest to recover from painful ride yesterday. Richard messaged me and said he would like to ride with me for a bit today. So that's Richard King. So hopefully I might see him at some point today. I'm going to enjoy the scenery today. It's really beautiful to be riding on a morning. The morning and evening times are some of the best times on these rides. So even if you're tired, it just kind of rejuvenates you in a way. So, and then from San Fernando, I went to Otahiti, where I would link up with Mr. King and Mr. Bim. Now, this part of the journey, the SS Erin Road, is not a road I would like to be on. It is a lot of trucks on the road. There is no respect for cyclists. Or even before I reached the SS Erin, before I reached Otahiti to meet Mr. Bim, there's this piece of road on the creek. They call it the creek stretch, and it's basically 2 lanes for cars, and there's no way for and there's barriers, so you're boxed in these 2 lanes, and there's no way for cyclists or pedestrian. And I know the project is not completed, but I would not like to think when the project is completed there's going to be 4 lanes for cars and no lanes for pedestrian or no lanes for cyclists. Now in my book, this is just not the way things should be. But anyway, I pick up like quarter of a lane, and a lot of cars would pass. Some of them would try to pass close, but it is what it is, and it's the road I have to use, and I use it. And now I'm here to meet my friends in Otahiti, and then this other road all the way to Labrie to Point Fortin. It is the road, like in all of Trinidad, this is one road I hate to be on cycling, but I wanted to pass through Labrie, and I wanted to go to Point as part of the ride. So we fight up, a lot of trucks pass close. It was a bit scary, some scary sections, but was happy to be in Point Fortin. In Point Fortin, the Wassa, dig up the road from Point Fortin to Captiville, and I guess they haven't fixed it for I think last year December it was like that, so I can't remember. It's a good while, but some sketchy sections again. And then when I reached Captiville Junction, Mr. Bim and Mr. King decided to part ways, and I was grateful for their company and their support along the way. And thanks for stopping in, guys. Always great to have you. So now I'm on my own to Icarcus, which is some more rolling hills, but this day was nice. The weather was cool, bit of drizzle sometimes, and then there was sun in between, so it was a mixed condition. When I got to Icarcus, turned around, made a stop, refill my bottles I just make my first stop to top up fluids by a grocery here in Cedros, and the rain now started to drizzle, so I'm very happy about that. So here we are. A grocery with regularly stop at. And then from Ikakas through Erin all the way home in the hot sun, some headwind, but you know, you just try to find a comfortable gear. And then in little or no time, I'm home early. Today the time I took was 9 hours and 4 minutes riding time, moving time, and 9 hours and 33 minutes elapsed time. So I was home before 5 p.m. Probably. So let's see, that's say roughly under 10 hours. So that wasn't bad at all. Pretty good day. Hopes are up. Oh, by the way, Tubeless did save me on day 2. I did run over. There was this big hole in the road where, well, the only people leave big holes in the road is Wassa, and they cut it and there were some sharp edges. I lost a bit of concentration and went straight over it, front and back wheel. Hit the sharp edge. I feel like the road hit the rim, to tell you how sharp it was. Now, if that was tubes, I would have probably got 2 flats there one time. Tubeless saved my life. But when I was in Erin on day 2 as well, one of my spokes was slack and making a tick noise. When I felt it, I feel which spoke it was. I didn't have a spoke tool. Luckily I had a little pliers and I was able to turn the head of the spoke a little bit and give it a little tension, and that got me home without any issues. So yeah, so basically we had a hard first day, a nice cool second day with still a lot of hills. Feeling pretty good about going to achieve the objective. Now it's still 3 more days to go, so at the end of day 2 I'm still thinking, okay, 2 days down, what did I really get myself into? Tomorrow is more hills, heading to Grand Riviere. You know, let me just go home, get my stuff off my bike, have something cool and nice to drink, and yeah, and see how much sleep I can get tonight, because I would need my leg for day 3. And let's see what day 3 is.